Hi, I'm Shuichi Murakami. Welcome to the Basics of Landscape Phone series. In the last episode, we explored how to see landscapes in simple geometric shapes. In this episode, we will see the landscape as a three-dimensional space made of three key elements: overhead, side, and underfoot. Now imagine yourself standing inside a landscape. You are surrounded by three layers: overhead elements above your head, side elements around you, underfoot elements beneath your feet. Overhead elements are what you see above eye level, things that form a ceiling over the space. It could be the sky, a roof, or tree canopies. They create feelings of openness or enclosure, control light and shade, and give you a sense of being covered. Side elements are the vertical features to your left, right, front, and back. These could be building walls, seawalls, or rows of tree trunks. They guide your view, give direction, and create a sense of being surrounded or sheltered. Underfoot elements are everything you stand on. It could be a paved path, grass, or water if you are wearing a really good waterproof boots. They affect how you move, how the ground feels, and often define the character of the space. By recognizing these overhead, side, and underfoot elements, you can better understand how a space is shaped and how it feels to be inside it. This awareness will help you when you design or sketch landscapes because it trains your eye to see how these layers work together. Let's try observing landscapes this way. First, take a picture of a landscape around you. Then, on the photo, use different colors to mark the overhead, side, and underfoot elements. Let's look at some examples. This is a lakeside view. The overhead element is the wide open sky. The side elements are the stone retaining wall and the fence. The underfoot elements are the paved path and the stone-covered shore. Both the side and underfoot elements extend into the distance and curving strongly to the right and draw the eye forward. Here is a view from a bridge over a canal running between tall buildings. The overhead element is a small patch of sky glimpsed between the buildings. The side elements are the facades of buildings and the railing along the canal. The underfoot element is the calm surface of the canal water. The side elements pressing in emphasizing the presence of the overhead and underfoot elements. This is a view of a plaza shaded by trees. The overhead element is the canopy of the shade trees, where the trunks spread like umbrella. Those parts can also be considered overhead elements. The side elements are the rows of shade trees in the background. Even the same object may appear as overhead or side depending on their positions in relation to the viewer. The underfoot element is the grassy ground. It is a space where you can feel surrounded by plants in all directions. Unlike geometric elements, plants often have complex shapes that make their outlines hard to define, yet they can still be recognized as elements of a three-dimensional space. When observing these landscapes, there can be different interpretations of what counts as overhead, side, or underfoot. You might even think, I would classify them differently. It is fine to have various interpretations. What matters is focusing your awareness on the elements above, beside, and beneath you, and strengthening your sense of being inside the three-dimensional space. So in this episode, we learn to see landscapes as three-dimensional spaces around us. The overhead elements are above your head. The side elements are to your left, right, and front and back. The underfoot element is what you stand or walk on. Thinking this way makes it easier to understand how spaces feel and how their parts work together. This sense is important for sketching and for design. In the next episode, we will learn a simple way to draw these three layers, overhead, side, and underfoot, together in one sketch. It is called the axonometric drawing method, and it will help you show volume and composition in your landscape sketches. See you in the next episode.